What are some primary sources of lost cause literature? What are some primary sources of lost cause literature? This question opens the door to understanding how narratives about the American Civil War were shaped after the conflict ended. Lost cause literature emerged in the years following the Civil War, aiming to recast the Confederacy's actions in a more favorable light. It emphasized themes like Southern honor and states' rights while minimizing the role of slavery. One of the key primary sources is the book titled The Lost Cause, A New Southern History of the War of the Confederates, published in 1866 by Edward A. Pollard. Pollard was a newspaper editor from Virginia, and his work popularized the term lost cause. He framed the Confederacy's defeat as a noble struggle against Northern aggression, suggesting the war was primarily about secession and states' rights rather than slavery. Another important source includes speeches and writings from Confederate leaders like President Jefferson Davis and Vice President Alexander H. Stephens. While Stephens once acknowledged slavery as the cornerstone of the Confederacy, lost cause supporters later shifted the focus to military factors and leadership failures, downplaying slavery's significance. Memoirs and biographies of Confederate generals also play a significant role in lost cause literature. Figures such as Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson were elevated to near-saintly status. Lee's farewell address to the Army of Northern Virginia, known as General Orders No. 9, is often cited to support the idea that the Confederacy was overwhelmed by Union resources rather than defeated due to internal issues. Southern newspapers, magazines, and publications from memorial associations in the late 19th and early 20th centuries further spread lost cause themes. These sources included commemorations and articles that honored Confederate soldiers and women, portraying them as heroic and virtuous figures. Additionally, textbooks and educational materials produced in the post-Reconstruction South presented a lost cause version of history to new generations. These textbooks argued for the constitutionality of secession, depicted slavery as a benevolent institution, and portrayed the Union cause negatively. Together, these primary sources formed a body of literature that shaped Southern identity and memory after the Civil War. They promoted the idea that secession, not slavery, caused the war and that enslaved African Americans were loyal and content. This literature justified the Confederacy's actions and influenced cultural and political attitudes in the South for many years.